Good morning, doctor. This is my proposed title. It is a title that I used in the previous research. Cloud forensics in virtual machines using transparent deep learning techniques. Doctor, I've been off. I have been sick. I undertook a surgery, and the doctors told me to rest for 3 weeks. So I'm in the recovery mode. But that's the proposed title, and these are the research questions. The research questions: how digital evidence is extracted from virtual machines, how to set up a virtual environment using Oracle, how to perform a penetrative test, and how to explain the black box nature of the deep learning models. Those are the objectives. And the research questions, I've talked about the research questions. Then the objectives is to use the various deep learning models to extract digital evidence. Then to fasten the process of crime investigations through classification of digital evidence. Then to set up virtual environment that can be used for cloud forensics. Then to demonstrate how the explainable AI techniques will be built and how they perform the predictions. Help us to explain how the model is performing the predictions. So that is for the research contribution. And this one will help the forensics investigators to detect crime from the virtual machines, and therefore helping them to track the attackers and the malicious actors within the cloud system, the cloud-based ecosystem. The 4 deep learning models will be developed to significantly assist forensics investigators to apply sophisticated methods that are robust to deal with the enormous amount of data. So these deep learning models will help us to classify the data that has been generated from the cloud, and then that data will be classified, and then they will provide us with only relevant data that can be used for crime investigation. So because there's too much volumes of data that has been generated from the internet, so I talked about Sharp and Lime. This is the literature review. I'm going to apply. I'm going to make more research on the literature review so that I see the deep learning techniques that have been used in those series or literature reviews, and their results, how those models are performing. So as a doctor from the previous presentations which we had during the class, Dr. Rose told me to find out how these deep learning models are performing, not only explaining how they are applied, but also coming up with their results, and also find out and also try to compare the results of these models in the literature review, how they compare with my own results. So that now this first paper here, the search papers, this one, they use CNN in the field of digital forensics. This one, the second paper here, a number of deep learning models that were used. That is CNN, LSTM, GRIU, MLP, to address the challenges of extracting and detecting evidence from network traffic. Then, this is also another one, but I want to make more. I want to have like 20 research papers that are connected to my research. So this one uses residual neural network with 101 layers, channels, 101 layers. Then resonate residual neural network with 152 layers. So I need to find out how these deep learning models, their performance compare with mine. So we shall have to perform exploratory data analysis from the data set so that I can see the various the visualizations on the data such that I can be able to extract insights from the data set. Then I'll have to perform a correlational matrix. Then I'll also perform the methodology. That is I'll have to input the features, then I'll do exploratory data analysis, then I do model building and training and model prediction. Then after that, I'll apply explainable AI on the model prediction. Now deep learning models to be used, there are 4 deep learning models which I'm anticipating to build. That is the MLP, CNN, RNN, and LSTM. And I have to find out which model performs better, which of the models here perform better from the data set. Then we shall have to find out I will have to evaluate the performance of the deep learning models using the various performance matrices of precision, accuracy score, and different score. So I'll have to come up with those performance matrices on each and every deep learning model. Then I have to compare and contrast the results, and I have to find out which one is the best performing model. Then I have to come up with the feature importance graph so that I can see what are those features that are really helping us to make the prediction, the most important and significant features. Then we shall have to view and analyze the different learning curves, analyze and explain the learning curves of the models, how those models, after training them, I'll see the learning curves and analyze them, and how to see how the models are learning and how they are extracting dependencies and insights from the data set. Yeah. Then we shall have to then the performance of the sharp and lime using their various force plots and the lime plots and force plots on the different virtual machine instances from the data set. How are they performing? How are they? I will have to analyze the performance, find out visualize the performance of this line and line and sharp using their respective plots. Then I find out which one usually performs better, which one brings out results that are corresponding to the ground. Then I'll have to recommend the best, which one is the best for deployment. Then some of the references. Thank you, Doctor. I'm trying to, as you have told me to research about, the different, how to install the different virtual platforms on one host machine, like around it. Like I read about installing VM VirtualBox. I know how to install it. Then I have to. I also learned how to install like around 10 virtual machines on a single host machine. Then I also learned how to come up with a private cloud on top of the VirtualBox. There are very many various desktop virtualization applications, but I realized that from the research, VirtualBox is the best from the various readings which I took under two. So I'm anticipating to use VirtualBox. Then I'll have to set up a cloud computing platform, I'll have to use some cloud computing software. The cloud computing software which I'm anticipating to use, that will be OpenNebula. It is what? It is OpenNebula virtual. I will have to install OpenNebula on VirtualBox to manage the various virtual machines, because I'm planning to set up a computing environment that has having 10 virtual machines on a single host computer. I'll install various operating systems. I'll install like Linux. Then I'll have to also know how to perform, as you told Doctor, you told me how to perform a penetrative test so that I can come up with a data set. But I realized that I needed to have a very powerful machine, that has a CPU of 3.7 gigahertz, then a random access memory of 64 GB, and then because I realized that if I had only installed VirtualBox, it would take me a lesser system specification. But I realized that if I incorporate the OpenNebula cloud management software, requires a greater system with advanced capabilities. So I realized that I need a 64-bit processor. Then I need 16 GB of RAM, 64 GB of RAM, and 1 terabyte of hard disk space. And I also realized that VirtualBox runs well with Ubuntu as the host operating system. So I'll have to do that. So I need to take my computer for upgrading. I don't know have to take it for upgrading so that I can really come up with this virtualized private cloud so that I can perform other coming next proceedings. Yes. So that's what I can present for now. That's what I can present for now. Thank you, Doctor. Mm.